Let's start with Team USA. They went through such a rocky time with their new coach, Mauricio Pochettino, and then they played really well in the Gold Cup. But leading up to that time, there was just enormous criticism of Pochettino because he allowed so many of the veteran players who are worn out not to play. He used it as a litmus test for all of his young roster, and they played pretty well. But there was a lot of criticism from Landon, Donovan, Alexi Lawless, etc. Most of these players had kept their mouths shut until this week. Christian Pulisic, who's with AC Milan and is one of their stars, he went nuclear on the veteran players, former Team USA members who ripped the current Team USA guys who took the summer off to heal from injuries and the wear and tear. Pulisic said yesterday, it is a cop-out of these veteran players to talk about us like this. For them to say we don't want it, for them to say we don't have heart, for them to say we need to fight and die on the field. He said these retired players are doing this because now it's all about clicks for them. It's all about paychecks for them. Watch me, hear me, subscribe to my damn channel. And Pulisic said, where's the unity? You played the game. You know how tough this game is. And the demands on today's players are different than when you played. Where's the support for Team USA and what we are going through? And then Tim Weah, who's playing abroad in Europe, came back and said the ex-players who have ripped us are evil. They're doing nothing but chasing checks. They're criticizing the flag and the program. These names, Donovan, Tim Howard, etc., they're two-faced. They shake your hand and then they go on TV and bash you. Yikes. So it's been real lashback from Team USA members against the former stars of the U.S. international program. So that's one topic. English Premier League. Hell, I don't know what you're doing Saturday morning, but you should be up at 4:30. English Premier League season starts this weekend.
Here we go.
Here we go. Going to be very interesting. There has been a spending spree in this offseason in the English Premier League like we have not seen in a long time. Manchester United did transfer deals of 44 million, 84 million, and 94 million to add goal scorers. They got to get better because Manchester U has really dipped. Brian Mbumo, Martinez Cunha, and Ben Sesko. 3 name European players all coming to play for Man U. Liverpool, $150 million transfer deal to get Florian Wirtz, goal scorer from Germany, and $106 million to get another goal scorer from Frankfurt, Hugo Ekitike. Manchester City did a deal within their own league to get goaltender, veteran netminder James Trafford from Burnley. Chelsea got players from teams who got relegated, Ipswich Town and Brighton. And one deal has not been done yet. He doesn't want to play for Newcastle any longer. Everybody's trying to figure out where Alec Isaac is going to go. English Premier League starts Saturday. Obviously, Liverpool, Manchester City, who was wiped out by injuries last year, those are really the ones to beat. So if you're an EPL fan, get your ass out of bed at 4:30 and watch the first games of the new season. Last one is golf. We're in the BMW Championships this weekend, the FedEx playoffs for all the big money. And then we go to the Ryder Cup. And I'll tell you what, this will be fun. U.S. versus Europe. As of this hour, the leaders for Team USA will be Scotty Scheffler and the guys from San Diego, J.J. Spaun and Xander Schauffele.
Cool.
They've earned their way out of the USA team, and they're going to be front and center. And the European side, Rory, the great veteran Justin Rose, red-hot Tommy Fleetwood, and the explosive Ty Hatton. I mean, Ryder Cup's going to be really fun because we got guys dominating both sides at the top of the leaderboards, and they're going to play against each other a group of weeks from now in the Ryder Cup. So, John, Team USA, you want to talk about the current stars and what they just said about the stars of yesteryear? You want to talk about the Premier League or talk golf?
Well, on the Team USA story, I'm kind of disappointed to hear what you just shared because obviously when it all went down, everyone was sort of thinking the same thing, like we're going into this, what was it, the Gold Cup?
Yes.
And we don't have our top stars, and what the hell? And then they had been laying eggs, leading up to it, and we were just like really down on Team USA. It made sense to ask questions and maybe be critical of Pochettino and what the hell he was doing.
Well, they were critical of the veteran players.
Well, we learned more about it. As fans, we learned, okay, yeah, these guys have been playing, I don't know, 49 out of 52 weeks or whatever it is. And so they needed time off. And we're like, okay, we understand. And we understand the criticism. But after that, especially after they finish on such a high note as a runner-up in that tournament, I thought, okay, everything's cool. But now suddenly it's flaring up again.
Well, because the veterans who criticize Pulisic and those guys, the Donovans and the Tim Howards and the Lawlesses, they never apologized or never said they were wrong. It's like the criticism is posted right up there in the bulletin board.
Okay, that's a fair point. They should have said they were wrong. They should have said, yay, USA. I mean, after like, wow, we didn't expect this, but it's just disappointing to have, it's like your dirty laundry, you don't want to see your family fighting amongst themselves in public, so yeah.
All right, that's where we are. Those are hot topics on the table.